Back in May, I did a blog post on the GPLama blog about upgrading your bike cave for winter because winter is coming. Now, winter is leaving us here, but in the Northern Hemisphere, winter is coming. I'm getting a lot of questions about how to set your bike cave up, what equipment I use, the specifics about the screens, the tripods, the bikes and everything. What we're going to do today is go over my cave we've got set up here. Sorry, our cave. Von, you're behind the camera. Hello, Von.
Hi, everyone.
So we'll go through our bike cave, and then we'll go around to Slane's and see another one. So, how do you convert a bedroom of a house into a cycling studio? Let's get started from the ground up. Okay, the carpet that we've got here. Let's have a look down below. This is marine flooring, rubber backing, so it's waterproof if you spill some drink or sweat all over it, but it protects the carpet really, really well. That was about, for what we've got here, probably nearly 3 meters or so by 2, probably about $120 Australian, so not too bad. That's the flooring taken care of. The televisions and tripods we've got, these are brilliant. These are Samsung 40-inch LCD screens, which are controlled by just a simple remote. We've got one remote because they're both the same television, but just a simple remote control. The stands themselves are all-cam TR940. I'll link below to exactly what they are, and I'll link to the blog post as well. You'll see them without the screens on them, but they simply just back onto the televisions and they sit there, screw in. You're looking at about, and what we also use for the Zwift setup nights, you're looking at probably 5 minutes configuration, so they're really, really good. We've got these set up probably about eye level height, so we can see the road here. When you're on the bike, it's about eye level for the road, just to get that immersion feeling going on. You want to feel like you're outside, not like you're inside. The Alienware Alphas, these are getting a little long in the tooth now, but these are the Alienware Alpha i3s. With a NVIDIA GPU. 2 tweaks I've done for these. They're running Windows 10. We have no issues at all running Windows 10. Everything's compatible on them. We're running MSI Afterburner to overclock the video cards. A little bit sneaky. I'll link below to the settings of those. And we've also turned off VSync, so we're getting really, really good frame rates. As you can see here, we're running in high resolution mode, and we're getting, I think, an average of 60, 70 frames per second, which is really neat. The next edition of these, the Alpha R2s, are even better again. You can run Ultra 4K. I believe Eric Min was running some at Zwift HQ. They are brilliant. So it's all about a good graphics card for these ones. If you're running the Neo, over here it's nice and quiet. So we've got the Ramper at the moment that I'm doing some testing on. We've got the Neo over here set up with Von's time trial bike. That's nice and quiet. If it's a quiet environment, and these fans are pretty quiet as well, you can run audio through the back of the televisions. If not, and you want some silence, or if you're running the Le Mans Revolution, I run noise cancelling headphones. Now people say, oh, you're going to sweat up and they're going to be ruined. These headphones are 2 years old now, probably nearly 3 years old, but it's all about looking after your equipment. So after every use, they're wiped down with baby wipes, tops and sides. And if you've got enough cooling as well, you're not going to sweat up too much in these. And for me, it's about the experience. I'd rather have a year or two of excellent use out of some headphones, throw them away, get another set, rather than buy a set of headphones and treat them like trophies. It's all about the experience, and I'd rather have good quality audio, and this allows you to watch movies, television, even quiet things while you're on the trainer. Super, super handy. I'd probably go the wireless ones. I know, Von, you've got some...
I've got some of the Bose noise cancelling headphones.
She's got all the nice stuff. All about good equipment, but don't treat it like a trophy. Don't be worried about sweating it up. Throw them away. Use them and abuse them. So where do we keep all the remotes and keyboards and things? I'm glad you asked. Over here, this is a conductor stand. And truly, it is a musical conductor stand bought from a musical store. And it's all height adjustable, tilt adjustable. We've got our Logitech keyboards on that. They're our wireless keyboards for both computers. These are K400R keyboards. They're brilliant. Oh, and a trick, if you ever find one of these or need to know where the USB stick is, that's where you keep the USB dongle when you're porting these around. Oh, and it's an on-off switch there as well. So those keyboards are brilliant. We love those. Again, that's where we keep. I've got another extra mouse as well, just for a bit more accuracy. And next up, the fans. We have these Sunair high velocity fans. These are really directional fans. They look small. They're only 30 centimeters here to here, but because they're so directional, you can see they're like a little jet engine. These are fantastic. Well, fantastic, is that the word? Can I use that, Vaughn? Can I use the word fantastic?
I love a good pun.
Okay, these are fantastic fans. We have 3, specifically covered this in my other video. We've got them on remote. So that's on. And look, I can hold a conversation without these. These are on setting number 1. And you can feel that already. The air's actually cooling down. It's moving a lot of air. There's only 3 of these. And I can still talk while these are on. So they're quite low noise. This paired with the Neo, quite a good solution. Neighbours don't complain. Von, you don't complain?
No complaints.
And I don't complain when Von's on here as well. The remote is just one single plug. So we've gone the cheaper option. If you have a look over in the corner here, that's just the one single RLEC plug. That's on, that's off. Simple as that. We've also got the split system up here for really super hot days. It gets up to 40 degrees, 42, 43 degrees here, Celsius. We use that to move a bit of air around. We don't use it a lot, but when we do, it can really drop the temperature of the room down, make things a lot more comfortable. So we've got high-speed broadband internet, well, high-speed according to Australian standards. So we've got a modem just over here, and these are set up on Wi-Fi channels between 1 and 3, I think. I keep clear of channels 9 and above because it can interfere with these down here. Here's our extension cords for Ant Plus, and they just sit in the corner there. I move those around, as long as we don't step on them, the signal's always pretty good. Okay, so when I'm on the bike itself using Zwift Mobile Link, or if I just want to have the phone next to me, we could use it on the side table, or even better, a solution from Quad Lock. I've used these for over a year now. Little Quad Lock you've got there. Well, you can tell why it's called Quad Lock, and it's just a simple mount on here. Phone goes on, locks in, and you can Zwift away, Facebook away, Instagram, while you're on the bike. That locks in nice and sturdy. You can also use those outdoors as well. I use mine just indoors. I've got the Garmin for outside, and it pops off easily. That's just on there with some O-rings. So good solution from Quad Lock. Again, I'll link to all these products below, so there's going to be a whole list of URLs below. Okay, at the end of every session, we make sure we clean all the surfaces and we wipe them down, especially the headphones and our bikes as well, with baby wipes. Good throw, Von. Cheap disposable wipes. You can also clean your hands if you're ever working on your bike as well. But that's what we use out and about. If you're also traveling and you have, you want to wash your bike, good tip. I hope you picked up a few tips here. Even if you pick up one tip out of everything I've given here and your experience is a lot better, it's exactly what we're after. Let's head around and see Slane's place. Okay, next level training cave. We've got Dr. Slane. I thought I'd come around and get a second view on another training cave. We've done mine today, but we'll have a look at yours. Yours is next level compared to mine. So can you take us through what you've got set up in here?
Mine's a professional setup, I suppose. So I test all my athletes and all that sort of thing. A lot of you probably already seen it. But essentially this is my little man cave as well. I quite often just stand at the door and look at it and just admire it because I'm quite proud of my little setup.
This has absolutely everything you could ever think of and more. This is good. All right, so take us through it. You've got the flooring here.
Yep, so this was just a 2-car garage and I just got the rubber matting. I found it on one of our Australian websites, Gumtree. It's like $30 a square metre or something, so it costs a bit to put it down, but this is the proper stuff that they'd have in a commercial gym, so you can drop weights and all sorts of things on it.
Okay, so in addition to the flooring, you've also got the Wahoo kicker mats as well. Now these just provide a bit of extra grip for the trainers, they don't slide around.
Well, no, I think they slide more to be honest, but because everyone sweats onto it, that's sort of for a hygiene thing. The mat's there to something I can mop down later on, whereas this rubber stuff's a little bit more porous. So
okay, interesting.
So the kicker stuff's...
Yeah, you're right. That's got a really good grip to it. That's got a bit of a slip. But I guess over carpet, I'd go one of these any day.
Yep,
and on a hard floor, some of that. Okay. Well, more than enough room for a peloton of bikes. So we've got currently 2 stations set up.
Yep, so usually I've got testing on usually this outer side one. So I've got the Neo and the kicker that I use.
Brilliant.
When I train, I'm usually, to be honest, I'm on the Le Monde a lot of the time. I just enjoy the Le Monde, the feel of the Le Monde.
So another Le Monde fan? Thumbs up for the Le Monde for the TT work?
2 thumbs up for a Le Monde. They're just, I can just do better power on them. And I don't want to knock some of the online ones, but I've had so many sessions where something's gone wrong and it wrecks my session. So
sometimes simple's better.
Le Bond, head down. I know you're a fan of these.
Yes, I am.
Noise cancelling headphones.
They're a must to save the years for these things. There's effectively a little turbo. It's a great little, well, I won't say a quiet achiever. It's a pretty noisy achiever.
The first of the direct drive ergos.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a historical thing there as well. We've fallen in love with them, and I own two. You own one or two, I'm sure.
Oh, there's another one in the cupboard in there.
Can't ever have enough. Now your computer setup here, there's two. I've got a similar setup at home, but so just Windows machines sort of hidden behind there running.
Yeah, I've got a proper gaming PC that runs those.
Okay, so you're a fan of, you use Zwift for a bit of fun, but you also use Trainer Road, Perf Pro.
Yep, so I use Trainer Road, I've tried Performance Pro.
Okay, now you're cooling it here. It's a pretty big room. How do you keep this thing cool?
The fans, usually set up at the front, just pointing straight up.
Okay, and these ones
gets
move
enough surface area.
These ones move quite a bit of air as well.
If you haven't got a fan on, you're sweating like crazy, but if you've got a fan on, it keeps your surface temperature down.
Yep.
It can get quite warm in here in summer and quite cool in here in winter, so it's much of a muchness.
It's also doubles as your workshop over here. Now this is one of the neatest workshops I've ever seen.
Yep, so this is pretty cool actually. This has been a long time coming. So because I don't park the cars in here, essentially this whole shelf is something I bought from Bunnings, like cheapo do-it-yourself shelving that all clicks together, and then I had a chippy come in and he clad the whole thing and made all this out of it. So this is kind of cool because this goes up. So when I'm not building stuff, it all goes down and just becomes a nice, super clean.
Oh, look at that.
Looks
Brilliant.
awesome. Good for an Insta post here and there.
So because you've got the space, you've got a big weight rack over here.
Yep, it's a power rack.
Yep.
So I use that myself and I use that with my athletes that I coach.
Okay, one final thing, and I've spotted over here in the corner. What's this thing?
The laser level. So
Laser
I've been currently setting up my TT bike with new extensions. So a lot of people have these little suckers, so the ski bends.
Yep.
The new versions that everyone seems to be using are these little bars, extensions from Zip, which are, I don't know what you'd call them, I don't think they've got a name yet, but us TTs are all about trying to get as aero as we can, and that just is a good position to be in. So of course there's UCI regulations and things. So what I do, everything's measured from the center of the bottom bracket. So what I do is have a laser level that I can just pop that there, and then I can take all my measurements off that as a reference point.
So what we can see is you've got your crank set there. If you put your hand whereabouts the seat is.
Yeah, so there I can sort of get the line continues up. So I can measure forward 80 centimetres to the end of the bars, which is the rule. And then we can measure the distance, that 5 centimetres to the seat.
Now I've got a quick tip video on how to put your saddle back, but I think that one just absolutely nails it.
Yep.
So impressive.
It's the easiest way.
No, good stuff. All right, we'll leave it there. Any questions, shoot them below. I think you've just outdone my man cave. All right, cheers, Lane.
Thank you. Everyone might have remembered that Mr. Miller set up his little man cave and had this remote control fan thing that everyone, I'm sure, would have been like, oh wow, that's the best idea ever. I'd like to say that was my idea and I made up the remote control fan and told him about it. So my fans are also remote controlled and I should have put a patent on the whole thing apparently.
I think Alec will have something to say about that, but okay, I'll put Slane the credits of that video.
All right.